So the questions are just kind of going, will be answering by all of you guys. And I'll start with Hadil, it will go to Kadi, and then it's going to go to Arju. Okay? Okay, so tell me your name and your major and why you chose that major.
All right. My name is Ideal Kadri. My major is Associate of Science, but I'm doing engineering, going to OSU hopefully autumn 2021. Hopefully, or maybe if I'm not, then spring. And I chose this major because I love doing designing, and I love like being a problem solving person. So that's why I chose this major.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Hadil. Okay, Miss Kadi.
So my name is Kadiatu Kamara, and my major is Associate of Science in Biology. I chose this major because I love biology and I plan on going to med school. So I'm graduating from Columbus State this semester, and yeah.
That's good. Miss Arju.
Hi everyone, I'm Arju. I am majoring in psychology right now, and I want to do so because I want to be able to help people out with mental health, especially since there's such a stigma around it. So if there's any way I can help reduce that, then that's something I would like to work towards.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. My follow-up question, one of the main reasons why we're doing this panel is to get students engaged, and get them involved, and we'll also giving them tips of how to better manage their time. So the first question would be regarding that, and it's how do you balance your work, your school, and also your social life? Because I know some of you guys have multiple jobs other than being a student ambassador. So how do you balance all of that?
So for me, I do have a calendar, and I work flex schedule. So basically, I choose the time where I find myself available to work that time. And I also have a family responsibility. I'm responsible for my family too. So I got like a calendar that I mention the time and date and everything what I'm gonna do, and to do like exactly and like follow it. So I can be on the like have a strategy to do it exactly. And also, if I'm struggling with a class or anything like that, with the or like submitting assignments, I always go to the professor and talk to them. They're always like helpful on the understanding of the situation right now. So I always talk to them. And yeah, so I follow a calendar. Like when I first wake up in the morning, I have to write what I'm gonna do during the day, and what is even my break time, and when I'm gonna have a break time, even my lunch time and Monday. Like I have to have those all like listed in order for me to be like on the plan and then stick to it, so I can be able like to see like not waste time on other things.
That's amazing. Do you have that only on your phone and computer calendar, or do you use like paper calendar as well? Like,
Paper, and I use a reminder too on my phone, so to remind me exactly what I'm doing at that time.
that's wonderful. Thank you. What about you, Miss Kariatsu?
So I started using a calendar finally. It was really hard, but since I've been really, really busy, so I started using a calendar. I started putting like alarms and everything. And so one thing that I refuse to do is like working during the weekend. I don't work during the weekend. I can work all week, every days of the week except the weekend because I think like I deserve a break during the weekend. So that's for my mental health, my mental, just to
Yes,
drop the pressure. So yeah, that's what I do.
that's wonderful. Thank you. And that's important. We keep forgetting that we have school, work, family obligations, that sometimes we forget about the self. We forget about to take care of ourselves. So, and when we talk about the self care, it doesn't always entail by just like doing things for yourself. It can be something as simple as just taking a nap,
Yeah.
or watching your favorite Netflix TV show or series or whatever it is, or to just going to get your mani pedi done. So whatever works for you, that's literally what you should do.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, um, Miss Arju.
I think, as everybody else was saying, to get like everything on schedule, I use the reminder app on my phone for everything. Like everything pops up every hour, and I have to get it done before something else pops up. So that's like my best friend right now because I'm not really too good with like regular calendars. I struggle with it so much because I'll just put it off. But I think it's because like it tells me in like hour increments that I can handle the reminder app much better. So yeah, but I do work outside of just student ambassador and going to school. So for me, it's really important. Like Mondays are like almost like my no school day slash self care days because that's the day I have to go to Aldi's, which is where I work. So I like work after 3 p.m. And so before then, like I try to like not focus too much on school. I try to like get everything done and just be ready for the day because I do have to go handle a lot of customers and sometimes they can stress me out. So that's what I do. But also, yeah, procrastinating has been like the worst thing ever just because everything's online. I'm just like, okay, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. But now I have a schedule. It's like Tuesday through Friday, everything has to be done. And then if like I still have things to do on Saturday, then Saturday, and then Sunday, I try to relax again and get ready for the upcoming week. So,
That's
yeah.
really good. But that's you brought up a good point. Procrastination. Like, how do we all handle procrastination? Because it's very much part of human. And there's
Yeah,
sometimes even I find myself procrastinating about the smallest things. And then when I do it, I'm like, that was so easy. I don't know why I
right.
put it off for like 3 days. So how do you guys handle procrastinating when you know something has to be done? I'll start with Hadil.
Oh, for me, I just try to like my personality is like when I'm do something, I focus on that. Like even if I'm trying like to get like if I want to procrastinate, I will do like 5 minutes break, or like if I'm really like tired of doing like my assignments, I'll just do like 20 minutes breaks to get me from that mood, and then I will shift to like that and just get 20 minutes break and then go back to what I like where I left it out, and then like, complete my assignments. So it's okay like to procrastinate, but not like for a long time because it's bad. It can turn for like hours and hours. So like it's like try to time it. Like I have a timer, so I put 20 minutes, and then when it's up, I have to go back to where I left it my assignment at, and then do it. So yeah, like I try to time my break time, like I said, like a mission. So always time things, like even your like your time out, like your break time or your procrastinating time. Try to time it out, and then like put it, and then when it's up, it will ring out, and then let you know that your time is up. You go back to where you left it your assignment at.
That's very smart. Doing things on interval levels is like really, really great. It helps space
Like
things out.
it does, and especially if it like the alarm is like has the all, turned all on. It's like you just totally like stop doing like go back to where you left it your assignment at. So I was like okay, so I turn it off and I go back. Like I feel bad if I don't go back because it's just like I did not accomplish what I did, like what I listed out. So it feels bad when you don't when you turn it out and you turn it off and then you not go back to your assignments. It just feels really bad. So always time it and you will stick with it. Like this has helped me a lot because I'm like really I was a procrastinate person before. I was like lefting things behind, but then I ordered from Amazon where I work. Timing, like it's just small, like for $6, and then I'll just go and then time 20 minutes break, and then I'll go for 20 minutes, and then it goes up, and then it's really on, like the sound's really on, so I go do my break time and then go back to where I left it, what I'm doing.
That's perfect. Thank you very much, Miss Kariatu.
So I think that the difficult step to get out of this situation is actually get started. It's so hard to get started, but once you started, you just keep on going. So what I used to do is like when I know that I need to do something, I'm just gonna sit down alone, put some music, like music that's gonna put me in a good mood. Put some music, lower the light a little bit in my room, and then just get started. Like it's just the music and the music and the light is just gonna push me like, hey, go ahead, take your time. You don't have to rush, but get started because once you get started, you can't stop. So that's kind of my thing.
That's good. That's good. Thank you so much. Hi, Kasua.
Hi.
So the first question that I asked the students were, tell us your name, and your major and why you chose that major.
Okay. My name is Akosio Fusahine. I am Associate of Science degree biology major here at Columbus State, and I chose this major because I also want, like Kadiatu, I also want to go to medical school, and there are a couple of goals I want to achieve with going to medical school. I want to go back home. I'm originally from Ghana and help with the medical system there. And also here, I also want to help with the opioid crisis and help find some answer solution to it. So that's a bit about me.
That's wonderful. That's a good plan you have. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The other question that was told to the student was, how do you balance your work, school, social life, and all of that stuff? I know you're very involved with your church. So how do you balance all of that together?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's pretty hard to balance everything, but as long as you know where you want to go, you have the goal in your mind and you know where you want to go, you just look up to that goal and you try to do everything and make sure you get it done. Even if you need a break or need to take 1 minute break or two, just a whole day to yourself, just to get yourself back into working and getting everything done. That's, yeah, that's pretty much it. And to balance it, I try to write everything down. Like I have a book, I write them down each day by day, write the goals I want to get done. Even if I don't get it done, I know, oh, on the next day I'll get it done. And also setting timers. I set timers for everything. And it's because of the annoying sound of the timer. It just gets me working and getting everything in. And because for school, I know if I have school on this day, I need to get the assignments done on this day. I get it done, and then for the next day, I have to get stuff done for work. So I'll set this time up and then get that done. And for church, since church is on the weekends, Sundays, I know Saturday I have to prepare what am I going to do, and then prepare that ahead of time. So on that day, it's already done. So that's how I pretty much balance school, life, social, and church.
That's really good. That's amazing. Do you also utilize electronic calendars like the one in Outlook or your phone app?
Yes. So I mostly like writing it down
Okay.
because when I write it down, I know I wrote it down. I need to remember it. And with the Outlook calendar, I usually set it up. Maybe if I have a meeting, I put it down. And since it reminds you like 15 minutes before, 30 minutes before, a day before. So I just set it all up. It needs to remind me a day before, 30 minutes before, 15 minutes before. And then I
That's
also
perfect.
set alarms, which helps. But I usually write it down, and for the calendar part, I just write it so that it can remind me because it would ding on the phone, and I have it here, so I can't ignore it.
That's very true. Everything doesn't work for everybody. Everybody has to find their own little thing. Just like you, Akasua, I believe in the paper one. I love writing things down. I feel like when you write it down, and I have like a whole color coded system that I highlight things, and I know when this is due and when I need to do that, and it's amazing. I am trying to better utilize the Outlook calendar. I know amazing people who use the Outlook calendar and it kind of plans everything out. So I'm trying to get a hold of that and just be better using that one too. So it's good. Whatever works for everybody, as long as it gets you to do your work on time.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Thank you for that answer. Um, my follow-up question is, how did you decide to get involved? And I'll go back to Hadil.
Can you just please explain your question?
Yes. How did you decide to get involved? Doing being involved at school? Because I know before COVID happened, you and Kari were student ambassadors. Like, what made you guys apply to be student ambassadors?
Oh, student ambassador. Like I applied to it before it was the COVID and everything.
Yep.
I heard a really good like stories, and then the one major thing that made me really want to apply is with the CLCO. One time I attended the CLCO and it was like amazing event. So I was like, I went to Maya, and then I was like, I want to really become a student ambassador, and she was like, she encouraged me to do it. So for right now, like I try to go like to attend those meetings that you guys like we're having right now, and I also do like involve in the tutoring, the online tutoring that's offering through Blackboard. They are really helpful, and there are some of them are students that they took the class a semester ago, and then they know all the informations. And so I try to be involved with them, and then ask them a lot of questions if I'm struggling with something. They will right away help me with it, and then they will be flexible if you want to do Zoom, if you want to do just talking, texting. So all of that, it's just like amazing. How is it? And also there was like an event for engineering actually happened like through Columbus States that I joined, and I just there was like like I don't know president of the university. I don't remember the university, but I just gained a lot of information, and they did amazing project that I have never ever think about it before, and they just brought me ideas, and then they also give me a certificate of attending that like event. So it was like amazing. And then the people there, they explain everything and what's like to be an engineer. There was like I think there's most of them were women, because it's like a woman's in the engineering field. It's kind of rare because it's what like the stereotype is about it. But it's just like the events is just mentions how like women are so powerful in that major exactly. So being and that involved in all of the events really helped me grow and learn and see what's opportunities out there, and then like be involved in them.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, there are not many women who are in engineering, and I'm glad you're in this field. You're breaking barriers.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Kariatsu.
So before getting involved on campus, I had like a pretty annoying life. I would just go to campus, go to class, get out of class, go home every single day. Just go to class, go home, go to class, go home. And then one day, my friends, they were like, hey, there's that event on campus, there's activities, just come. I'm like, I'll just come for 10 minutes. And I went out there, I saw the student ambassadors, I saw them like having fun, and I was kind of curious, but I didn't have enough. So I was a shy person. So I didn't have like the courage to go and actually ask, like, hey, what are you guys doing? So I just dropped it. And then one day, one of my friends was like, hey, I think you should really apply to this job. And I'm like, I'm not sure. And then my friend like kind of encouraged me. So I went to the SEAL office and I started talking with one of the student ambassadors. So he basically explained me what they would do as student ambassador. And I felt like he was really interesting. Like, I want to do it. I don't want to come on campus anymore and just go home when I'm done with classes. So I did the affirmation session and then I just loved it. And that's how I decided that I would get involved on campus.
That's really wonderful. Thank you so much, Miss Arju.
So for me, being involved in like school stuff has always been a thing, even in like high school and stuff like that. I was part of like the yearbook club, I did tennis and stuff like that. So I don't know, I think it makes me a better student, and just having like things to do, what keeps me busy. I like having that because then I don't procrastinate as much if I'm like busy and I know I have to do things. So it helps me as well. But for student ambassador, I saw it. I think I was on like a campus tour when I was like first like getting ready to go to Columbus State. I attended the tour just because I like getting to know everything before I start doing it. And they were giving us a tour and they were telling us more about it. And I was like, oh my God, this seems really interesting. Like, I want to be a part of it when I start going here. And so, even though it was COVID, I was like, I still think I want to do this. And I talked to my friends and they were like, yeah, this would like, you like doing this type of stuff. This is definitely a you thing. So I was like, okay, I'm going to apply. I don't know if I'm going to get in, but I put in effort. And so that was kind of it on why I became one. And I just really like it.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's a different world now that during COVID, but we're happy that you joined us. Ms. Akasua.
Yeah, so I originally started Columbus State as a College Credit Plus student, and like Karia too, I just came to school, went to class, went home. I wasn't really doing anything, at least for Columbus State. But once I actually started, I applied for the Future Scientist of Ohio Scholarship Program, and I got it. And I was kind of technically forced into getting involved in school because we were supposed to join the STEM club, and I thought it was just going to be STEM club, boring. But then it wasn't. It turned out it was actually fun. I learned a lot, met new people, and those people were pretty much involved in school doing different things here and there. And I thought that was really nice. And one program, I attended the CLCO and I also saw the student ambassadors. Like I always say this, they were all dressed up and wearing nice pants and suits and everything. And I was like, I want to also be involved, not just like coming back to school and going home. I also want to do something more. And so I applied for the student ambassador program and I didn't know how it was going to go, but I got in and now I'm here. And I'm not only doing the student ambassador, I also tutor. I'm an SI leader, supplemental instruction leader for organic chemistry 2 lecture. And it's pretty much got me like working and kept me involved and kept me on my feet, which helps me and keeping up with everything and getting classes done, assignments, and less procrastination, like Archie was saying. With it, so that's pretty much how I got involved. It just helps, and you getting to know where you are, the campus you are, and especially during this time, it's really helpful knowing that you have other people going through the same thing. So working helps you get connected with the campus and those who were not fortunate enough to like be on campus when the corona was not here. It helps you to get involved in campus even though it's virtual. So
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Some of you guys mentioned some other programs that you guys are part of or clubs that you guys are part of. I wanted to see if you can elaborate more and shine light to those programs that you guys are part of. And maybe some of the students who are watching may not want to be a student ambassador or students who are getting paid to work, but they just want to get involved in different programs that Columbus State offers. So can we talk about a little bit of those programs that you guys are part of? I will start with Hadil again.
Yeah, so one of the program that I'm involved in is LSAM is for minority. It's an amazing program I never heard of, but I heard of like when I from my ambassador like before me, the one that was like last year. They told me to be involved in it, and I did, and it was like amazing. It was in person before. There's like we had a meeting every week, and then they will arrange you with the advisor from OSU even, and they will arrange you with some of the students that were in Columbus States before. They will help you like mentor you and help you like give you advices. And I met with my advisor from OSU, and then she encouraged me to apply to different programs there and then see exactly what I'm, because like right now the engineering program has changed, because before it used to be just one program, like one thing you apply to and that's it. And now you have to apply to three different kind of engineering and meet all the three prerequisite. And she's trying to help me with that too, like to see exactly what three of them that I'm gonna do, like the prerequisite, and see where exactly they will be selecting me toward. or to go to or to. So yeah, so through the LSAM, I actually was getting engaged, and like my advisor helped me to like get connected with different people, and she even helped me with gave me an email of someone that works there that can help me to find a job when I go to OSU. So it just really helps, like the programs that we have here. It's just so much programs, the advisors that we have, the even the writing center helps like you like with everything that like like checks your work, drafts, help you with the grammar. Like there's so much program, so much things that's going on, like in Columbus States, and then each one of them will help you in different aspects in your life. So I encourage you everyone to like to see exactly what kind of programs that you need right now. And but if you can't apply to LSTEM, I will encourage everyone to apply to LSTEM. It's just, and also it's paid. It's not just it will help you, it will pay for you because you are going to tutors and you're helping yourself. And because you're helping yourself, they will help you too to accomplish this. So I encourage everyone to do it if they're able to.
That's really amazing. Thank you so much, Halil. Ms. Kadiatu.
Okay, so I'm part of Black Student Union, but recently I'm not that much involved anymore. I'm too busy. But like, if you want to join Black Student Union, it's basically like a community, Black community involvement. Like every week we have meetings with guests, and then it always feels good like to have like when you're a Black student and then you just come into a community, let's say a college or university. It always feels good to have like someone that looks like you, someone that has the same struggles as you. So yeah, so if you want to join Black Student Union, you should.
Absolutely, yes. And we have an amazing different clubs. If students can go to Google Connect, that's cscc.edu. Hopefully that's the acronym for it. I'm sorry, no, it's cscc.edu/engage. And you will see some of the clubs that are involved. You can be part of those clubs. You have to request it in, and if you can talk to us as well in student engagement leadership, we will connect you to different programs or clubs, I should say. Okay, Miss Arju.
Right now, I'm not really involved in any other club besides student engagement. But last semester, I did NSLS. I'm not doing it so much right now because I have a lot of work that I'm doing. I'm quite busy, as she just said as well. So right now, I've taken a step back from it, but I do suggest that anybody who wants to go try it out, do so, because we had, I think, I don't want to call them conferences. I forgot what they're called. We had guests show up and they would like talk about it and they would interview it. And I thought those were really cool. We had to watch three. I think I watched, yeah, I tried to watch almost every single one of them just because they were so inspiring and they like let you know new things. And so I think those are really helpful, especially for me, just because I like hearing people talk about their experiences and like what makes somebody like unique, and just I just like hearing about people's lives, which is why I chose psychology. But that helped me as well. So I would suggest that you do that if you do want to get inspired to do something, anything. So they help you with that as well. And you get to meet new people, which is always a plus. So yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I would like to add on this. So the NSLS is National Strategy of Leadership and Success. It's basically it's an amazing program. It's just if you're like your GPA, certain GPA, they will send you an invite to them to their society. So it's basically it's broadcast from different keynote speakers from around the world. And one of them, I already complete all of my like the requirements that has to be done, and I got my certificate. And I have it on my resume too. So it's basically like those previous podcasts. One of them, like you can always go and watch them. And the other time I went to watch a keynote speaker to see exactly what he's talking about. And then he mentioned something that I really followed. He said that if you don't know exactly what your major is, just go and go like with the heart rating professor and then attend their classes and different subjects like business, like could be history, any kind of like different subjects, like I said, and then attend their classes. They will inspire you, and they will put those passion into you, and you will find something that you will like really like and do. So that's one thing that hit me, because I did not know exactly what I'm going for, but I attended really high rating professors. Like one of them is Miss Powers. She's the one that really put the passion in me and want me, and I really wanted to do designing and all of that because of her and how she really like inspired me to do it. So like I encourage everyone to do it, like to be in that program and to see exactly what they're talking about, because they will add something to you. So yeah.
Thank you both for that. Yes, the NSLS, the National Society of Leadership and Success, is an amazing program that is housed under Student Engagement and Leadership. It's a national program, so students get invited to be a part of it. The requirements are to 5 and above, and students have to be between 6 credits to 36 credits. And you will be, when you're in between that, you'll get invites a couple of times unless you indicated that you are not interested in getting invites again. We have, like the young lady said, live speaker broadcasts. Sometimes it's recorded. Majority is live. And if you miss the live, that's perfectly fine. All those videos will be available a couple of days later. So we have speakers from Bill Gates, Matthew McConaughey. We had Jack Black last semester. So we have like celebrities. We also have normal folks who are extremely successful in their field. So it's something you can learn from it. And sometimes it's self-paced, sometimes it's like planned out and has structure, depending on which cohort that you join. But it's an amazing, amazing program. So let us know if you guys have any questions about that. Ms. Akasua?
Yeah, I'm also involved in several clubs, like Adil and Arju. I am also in the NSLS. They already talked about that. And then the Louis Stoke Alliance for Minority Participation, the LSAM. Adil also talked about that. Apart from that, I'm also with the STEM Club. And I mentioned it before, I joined the STEM Club because of the Future Scientists of Ohio Scholarship Program. So if anyone is interested in that, they can join it. It's usually mostly for high school seniors. So if you're a high school senior, you can apply. And if you get selected, you go through an interview process and get selected into the program, and it pays for tuition. So I am not sure if they changed up the rules a bit for anyone who's already in college to apply for it. But with the STEM Club, we go to meetings every month, like once a month, and it's on Fridays, and we get speakers from, it's for STEM, so anyone in the STEM, so you can get a chemistry major, like a chemist or someone within the STEM major, and they'll come and talk about what they do. And I've learned a lot. There were so many jobs I didn't know existed, and I learned about it, and which was pretty amazing, getting to learn about someone else's job you had no idea it was there, you could get paid for. Apart from STEM Club, I'm also with the Women's Connection program. That is also kind of a leadership program, and it's women, anyone who identify as a woman. And also you get money, a stipend kind of for every semester if you fulfill certain things you need to fulfill, meeting with your advisor or going to the meetings every month. And we also have speakers who come in to share what they've been through, experiences, which is really good, learning from someone who's already been there and adding to what you already know. It's really amazing, which is really helpful because there's some things you may be going through now. Someone has already been there, so you can learn from them and do some changes to your lives. And I'm also involved with the honors program. With the honors program, there's also an application, and then you have to apply. And like the STEM Club, you have to go to meetings once a month, and also the speakers. So you get divided depending on the major you have, or you get into a pod. It's basically people with similar major like yours, and you get speakers who come in. So if you're interested in going to medical school, you probably get a medical school student come in to talk about like what they go through, what they're doing. And if you're engineering, you come get an engineering major to come and talk to you about things like that, what they are doing in school, so that you can have an idea of what the job may be or what school may be like and decide if you want to do it. Those are a couple of programs I'm involved in, but there's so many other programs. Like if you go to Cougar Connect, you can find so many other programs and get involved in.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. And all the programs you have mentioned are amazing programs. They build network for you, all the students. They build a support system because how often would you know a person who's going to be a pre-med? Because at Columbus State, we are a community college. So a lot of our students here are just going to be doing a technical degree or they're doing an associate of science or associate of arts, and they'll transfer. So you wouldn't know all of those folks around your area who are going to be doing those programs. So this amazing programs that you guys are part of builds network for you. So that's good. Um, one of my last question for you is, well, my second to last question for you is, how has being involved on campus with all of these programs that you guys are involved in helped you with your academics?
So for me, it's basically it helped build like a connections, and also like for example, one of them I involved is women connections, and the one who's responsible for it is Dean. It's in a Dean right now, and she really gave me advice. And one of them that I was really struggling with is public speaking. And one time I went to her and I told her like I need to give a presentation in my classes, but I'm still struggling like to do that because I wasn't really like before like I was in my country I wasn't really like helping me with that. And then we don't do presentation back home, so she mentioned to me like, okay, I'm gonna help you with that. So she basically want me to go to a board and then I try to explain any subject that I want to talk to, and she helped me like video type it and all of that. And because of her, I really now more like kind of like person that like I like to talk in person, like in public and all of that. And the other thing is actually is the communication center that we have here at Columbus State, and help me with public speaking too. So basically, I go there and I talk about the presentation that I'm gonna like present in front of class, and she will videotape me, and then she will tell me exactly what I'm making mistakes, where I need to be improved, what exactly I will have to say to be make it more like more convincing, more reasonable. So those like really those the kind of the programs that we have here, and then student communications, and the even the women connection or men connection also helps like a lot to build help me build my public speaking skills. So like I think like if someone struggling with public speaking, those things that we have here can help too. And also like the program, the LSAM program, there's like a like really amazing people there. Like one of them is the chemistry teachers that I used to go to his classes before for chem too, and he always give me advice. So what should I do? What should I exactly prepare for myself with? And he knows all of the information, like to tell me and give me tips and exactly to help me improve my GPA or help me with my how study skills tips and all of that. So those people there that helps you, encourage you, give you advice because they've been through what you have been right now, so they will give you exactly what you need. So those connections is amazing thing in everything that you will need. So
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Miss Kariatsu.
So for me, I feel like a little bit like Adele. I learned how to talk better without like stressing or because as I mentioned earlier, like I'm a shy person, so it was really hard to go to people and just like start talking to them. But doing that with the program a lot, I kind of got better at it, and then I learned people. I I met people like, for example, at Kosua, where we can like just since we're classmates, we can talk together and like, hey, be working together on some stuff that we don't understand. Usually, I wouldn't do that because I just don't feel comfortable working with other people. Um, so yeah, I got better at it. Now I can work with people without having any problem like stressing or anything.
Absolutely.
So
Yes. Thank you
that's
so much,
it for me.
Miss Arju.
So just like everybody else kind of said, I kind of struggled with like public speaking in the beginning and stuff like that. So just like even having these meetings right now, they're helping me just overcome my fear of speaking in public. And so like the more we have it, the better it gets. So like yesterday we had a meeting, but like today I'm more comfortable than yesterday just because like I also had to talk yesterday. So like every time like we get on the call and I have to talk, it helps me better myself. So that's what I really like. But it does also help you bring connections into like your world, especially now with like everything's virtual. You don't even know who your classmates are and stuff like that. So if you need to ask help for anything, you don't know who to call. So being part of clubs, they kind of give you like a person to talk to when you don't really know what's going on with school and just if you're stressed out and stuff like that. So I think that is like a big thing that being part of like a student ambassador has helped me do.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And last but not least, Mr. Kasua.
Yeah, pretty much what everyone said. Like, I'm also really pretty shy, and I have like this big fear of talking. Last year or 2 years ago, if you have asked me, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I wouldn't do it. But getting involved with all these programs and working, it's helped me very much, especially like, for example, with the career services, with my career counselor, she helped me like over the summer. I got to know her better, and she helped me. I used to practice like maybe interviewing or talking, just talking, making sure what I'm saying is right, getting my point out, which has really helped me, especially if I have to go to class and maybe do a presentation or anything like that. I know that, oh, I have to talk like this. I have to be able to speak out very well to make people understand what I'm saying. Or as an SI leader, I have to be able to explain the concept to someone and help them understand it. So this program has helped really well. And with the LSAM program too, we have faculty mentors from OSU, and my faculty mentor, he was able to like connect me with some of his colleagues and talk to them about maybe probably getting involved in their research program for over the summer, which would have never happened if I wasn't involved in any of these programs. So thank you.
That's really really good answer. Thank you so much. I wanted to touch base on one thing that a couple of you guys mentioned, and I think it was Hadil who mentioned the writing center and the communication center. Those are not exactly like programs or like mentorship programs. They are actually departments that do those things, and it's amazing that students can take advantage of. I know I utilized it when I was a student at Columbus State many moons ago. So it's really really good to utilize them, and it will build your writing better. It will build your communication better, and it's a free service to our students that are already there. For especially for the writing center, you can go from you having an B in a class to an A in the class because of the writing that they can, the help that they can give you. So those are really good departments to look into. And another thing I want to mention is you ladies are part of the Women Connection. We have Men Initiative as well. And it's for anybody who identifies as male. And it's an amazing mentorship program that it's housed under the Global Diversity and Inclusion Department. And there's a stipend there's a component to that as well. And you get to have a mentor. You get to connect with that mentor as often and as least as you would like. Usually it's about I think 3 meetings that's required. But I don't think anybody just does the 3 meetings. Everybody does way more and gets connected. So because you get to make that connection with that one person, so it's amazing. So get involved. There's many things you can do. My last question for you is, would you guys encourage students to get involved?
Of course. Nah, like it just helps you build yourself and grow you and have a connection, network, someone to talk to get advice. Like nowadays, everyone needs help from someone because we all grow from like learning from something from someone else. Actually, like I learned a lot from people that I met, and I still have a connection with them. And if I have any question, I ask them immediately. They will answer me, help me, and direct me to the right path, and see exactly how they can help me more. And like those people will really, and also like if you need a job, they will direct you to someone that helps you find a job too. So like I do really encourage everyone to get connected, be involved, feel the school spirit, and like help your grades and like build yourself. So yeah.
Thank you. That's amazing. It's a good answer. What about you, Miss Kariatsu?
I don't think I can say it better than Adele did. She
Yes,
just said it all.
absolutely. Anything you guys would like to add, Arju and Akasua?
Yeah, I would definitely encourage anyone and everyone to join a club if they can. It just helps because you have like a social support as well. And it also helps me like manage everything better if I have like more things to do. So I would 100% recommend just being a part of something. So yeah.
Yeah, and everyone has pretty much said it.
Yeah.
Again, I would encourage everyone to get involved, even if it's just one thing, just get involved in it. And you, by the time you realize you'll be wanting to do more or get involved with more stuff. And it really helps you because there's so many opportunities that comes your way. It just comes to you without going to look for it. Where anyone else who's not involved and just comes and go, they will not have that chance. Like being in the, like I said, the STEM club or the student ambassador, there's so many opportunities. You just get an email, oh, this going on, you should do this. And then you're like, okay, this sounds interesting, which would have never happened if you were just a normal student coming to school, going home. So just get involved with whatever you can. If something sounds interesting to you, try and just go to one meeting or something and see what it's about. If you don't like it, try the next thing. And you meet so many amazing people who will be willing to help you share their stories and even get you to where you want to go. So I would always encourage people to get involved.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And there's an accountability component to that. When you're part of different programs or mentorship programs, you have people in your classmates who are doing the same things as you. So doing that homework, doing that project, because they're doing it as well and they're getting A's, will encourage you as well to do more, to do better for yourself. So that's part of it. Thank you, ladies, very much. I appreciate your time today. This was fun. Hopefully, we'll do this again very, very soon.